Hey, it's Nikki.
And it's Brie.
And we're from the future. So before we discuss Babygirl, just want to get out of the way a little goof that we made.
Yep. We got this man's name wrong. It is Harris Dickinson, not Harry. So
An objectively worse name, Harry Dickinson.
I wanted to say something about that while we were recording. I want to be like, Harry Dickinson? I know why he was chosen for this role, but you know.
No, it is the lovely Harris Dickinson.
Yeah.
That
not get
is
it twisted.
An actor in Babygirl.
Yes, and we love him.
We do. We've made some bold statements about him, like in a really positive way. So
yeah.
Whoever Harry Dickinson is, we love him. But also Harris Dickinson, we love you too. So
yeah. So here's our episode.
Yes, enjoy. I just feel so zoned out because we did just do hot yoga. And I feel really just super zen. So I don't know how this podcast is going to go.
Same. I'm like very zen.
Which, Brie, the vibes in that yoga class today were immaculate.
That's like how I want every yoga class to be. Like the music was perfect. It was like relaxing, but also like kind of familiar, kind of indie pop. There's some Lana Del Rey in there.
She opened
King
the
Princess.
class. King Princess. A good, I don't know if it's a deep cut, but one of my favorites, Holy.
Yeah. It felt like, and it was a deep cut Lana song as well.
Yep. As soon, the class opened with a Lana Del Rey song. Like from Norman fucking Rockwell. And I was like, let's go.
That's how you know it's going to be
good vibes. Because I was about to air my grievances to you, Brie.
Really?
And now they've all just whoosah.
Yeah, I don't have any grievances.
Yeah.
I'm like, nothing is wrong.
But I have a theory about our hot yoga class.
What is your theory?
And it came to me because, okay, so usually when we go, it's been like packed like sardines, like over capacity.
Yeah.
Just packed.
I know. I was worried because we went on the day where there's like a special as well.
Yes.
So,
but we do have, I wouldn't say it's a problem, but I've seen a pattern. Well, for one, it was January.
Yes.
Which everyone's going to the gym or going to yoga in January. One reason why it might have been packed. But we have one of the instructors is hot.
Uh-huh.
And
well, this lady was hot too.
Yeah, this lady's my favorite. She's my favorite instructor. Shout out
She's
Amy.
just more demure.
Yeah, she's demure and mindful. She has a cute little lisp like Julianne Moore in May December. I love it. No, I'm obsessed with her and her music choices.
Same.
But everyone comes for the hot lady.
Yeah.
Like the hot, like Latin American lady. So she packs a room. But the thing is, because she's so hot, who goes to yoga?
Oh, the men.
Men. And you know what men are?
Smelly.
Yes. And tall. Also, like every class I've been to. Yeah, I was going to air my grievances. This is why.
We are no longer zen. We are airing our grievances.
Amen. Okay, I just feel like in yoga class or like a Pilates / yoga class where you're on a mat in a small studio, men should not be allowed. Not because they're men, but because they're smelly and tall. I also think you should be under 6 feet. If you're going to pack out a room like that.
I was going to say, what about that short fellow today that took his shirt off?
Short kings are
They're allowed.
You can get like 1 or 2 tall men. That's chill.
Okay, but when the whole room is just tall guys. I hear
their
you.
wingspan, their leg length.
So, like, they should check them at the door. Like, be like, oh, wait, we already have 2 tall guys. No more in this class.
Well, I think there should be a height requirement because I noticed in, like, Monday's class, there were too many tall ladies, too. Like,
all the tall people get out.
I know I'm very short. But, like, I feel like you should be 5'10" and under to get into a studio space.
Yeah. Or maybe get a longer mat.
Maybe.
You know?
Or, like, you can't have 30 people in a room. And they're
I think
all
it's
5'10".
Yeah, I think it's partly the instructor's fault. Like at a certain point when you're like, oh yeah, just keep letting more people in and you're already like sardines. Plus it's hot yoga. So you're in, it's like a sauna experience. And it's like, what if something went wrong? Like what if we caught fire? People are blocking the door. Like it's like a sliding door. One of my like fears is that I'm going to be locked in there somehow.
With all the talls.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to go.
All the tall, stinky men. Well, you know what? I've also realized when we've gone and the hot lady's not the instructor and it's been packed, you know who's taken the class? Who's had a mat beside me?
The hot lady.
The hot instructor lady.
Yeah.
So I think people really like figure out when she's going to be there.
Oh, they like keep track of her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's crazy. Like when she shows up, they show up.
That's my theory, because we had a good amount of people today, but it wasn't packed like it usually is.
I was relieved, actually. I'm like, oh, thank goodness I can breathe in here.
Same.
I don't want to be touching people. Like, I know they're like, yeah, it's okay if you touch your partner next to you. I'm like, no, it's not.
It is totally not.
Stay in your lane. Do not touch me. I will throw hands.
I do not want to be touched.
I don't want a foot in my face.
Yes, I don't want a foot in my face. I don't want to be touched, except at the very end when they put the essential oil towel on.
That's the best feeling.
Get so much. You would think I wasn't loved as a child, because I love when the instructor places the cool towel on my forehead and presses it a little bit on my forehead.
I have a funny story to tell you about that. The first time we took hot yoga, I did not hear her say, if there's a hand on your stomach, I will not put the towel on you. And I was like sweating bullets. I felt like I was like overheating, but I was like, I made it to the end. I'm like, finally, they're going to bring out the cold towels. I lay there for the longest time and I'm like, where's my cold towel? Where's my cold towel? I come to, because you lay there on the floor for like 5 or 10 minutes. Yeah. I forget what that's called. But
corpse pose.
Corpse pose. Yes.
I don't know the Sanskrit term, but yeah.
Yeah. Corpse pose. So I'm in the corpse pose and you're not really supposed to move. And I'm just there like dying. And then I open my eyes and there's a towel right beside me. And then I was like, oh, she said like, if your hand, I had like got it like backwards in my head. Cause naturally
like, me.
Yeah. I think when I lay in corpse pose, I just want to have my hands on my stomach. It just feels right. But I'm like, oh, I got to remember not to do that. Or I'm not going to get that towel placed on my head so gently. And that's what makes it worth it.
It really does. I feel like a kindergartner in nap time, because like I'll have like my eyes like slit open a little bit during the quiet time, and I'll like notice the instructor coming towards me, and I'm like, I gotta shut my eyes.
I gotta pretend to be
sleeping. Which, we went to kindergarten together. I think this is why we have this podcast, because we couldn't stop talking.
Yeah. Yeah.
We were little bullies. That was nice. We were reformed.
We only bullied that one. It was that 1 year. We weren't like always bullies. We got bullied first, I feel, right?
No, I don't think so, Brie. I think we picked out someone that was weaker. And I think then we got hungry with power, and then we were just like a bully to everyone.
Yeah. Well,
shout out, Allison, wherever you are.
We're sorry.
Yeah. Maybe not. I'm not sorry.
It was a funny moment.
It was very funny. We could have been friends.
Yeah. She couldn't take a joke.
She couldn't take a joke. That's what the true bully is.
I know. That's what they say.
That's totally what they say.
Oh, man.
But no, we have our bellies full of Chinese food. Then from yoga.
We bared our grievances now.
Yes. Amen. And we're ready to start the pod. What were you going to say?
I was going to say rub it up top. Thanks for the grub.
Yeah. I've actually said that at like a dinner table before. I think like an ex-boyfriend.
Like a family dinner?
Yeah.
What, did they laugh? No,
it was silence.
They were like, they thought you were being disrespectful. They're like, someone say grace. You're like, I got this.
Yeah, pretty much. And it did not go over well.
I could see why. I almost said that at our last family gathering, and then I thought, no, it's not going to go over well.
I would have been like, woo!
Yeah.
But
anyway.
You want to start?
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Hey, it's Nikki.
And it's Brie.
And we're
Late to the Party.
A podcast about the film, fashion, and pop culture moments that shaped us into the weirdos that we are. And today, Brie, I will be your father figure. Rub it up, dub. Thanks for the grub.
I love it.
No, last Saturday, we had my ideal date.
It was amazing. It was the funnest time. We had a double feature. Mm-hmm. First we saw The Last Showgirl, mm-hmm. and then Babygirl. And in between we had Chick-fil-A.
We did. Perfect.
No perfect. Notes. Yeah. Easy peasy. We didn't even go shopping.
We did not.
I was surprised.
We were slightly tempted, but
yeah.
It was too hectic in the Sephora.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were coming down from The Last Showgirl, which was something. I know we'll talk about that another time.
Next week.
But yeah.
Yeah, no, lots of emotions. Emotions ran high. And then because of Grubby Little Monsters, the Summer Fridays display, like I was looking for, was taken down. You probably didn't notice because I took it all. The Summer Fridays with like the gorgeous little glosses in the squeezy tubes. None to be found.
Oh, that's
So,
tragic.
Think about what you've done.
More grievances to be aired.
I know.
It never ends. Oh,
We can no longer smell the boom boom cream because the Sephora kids have like ruined it.
that sucks.
Yes. But
I'm not surprised.
tried an hourglass blush. That was great. So
Yeah, I tried some foundation that totally didn't match at all.
oh yeah, no. Because like I grabbed the lightest shade and you were like, I know my shade, and you grabbed the darkest shade. You were like, nailed it.
No, in my defense, all the packages, like they weren't see-through. It wasn't like a glass container where you could see what shade it was. And I totally missed. And also usually there's like a signifier on the shelf, like to give you an idea of like what color foundation might be in those bottles. I did not see any of that. Turns out there was like a little color on the tops of the boxes in the display, but it was like behind all the bottles. So it was like you had to like peek down and look. So I was just doing a guessing game. And I'm like, well, it's got to be on one of the ends.
Dr.
Because I know I'm pretty
light.
light.
Bitch.
I didn't have time. It was hectic in there.
Anyways, so yeah, we had like a perfect day at the movies.
Yeah, it was nice. We saw 2 matinees.
Mm-hmm.
So that was different. Like I haven't been to a matinee movie in a long time. And like maybe not even ever.
Yeah, when was the last time you've matineed?
I don't remember. Usually I'm going in the evening.
When is your ideal movie theater going time?
I would say in the evening. However, after our little date with the matinees, I would say, you know what? There's something fun about that time. You know?
Well, we had the best audience
Yes.
in Babygirl.
We really did. It was like a mix of people,
Young
and old. Yeah. There was some people there. It looked like, oh yeah, there's some girlfriends, like just having a girls' day like us. And then there was like some
couples.
There were some couples, and it was some older ladies with their maybe husbands, maybe whoever, you know.
Cell phones going off. But I don't mind that in a movie, especially Babygirl.
Well, the timing of that one was funny because there was 2 cell phones that went off, and one of them was the Reba theme song.
Yeah. Okay. Well, wait. Well, first, the movie Babygirl, which is directed by Halina Reijn, starring Nicole Kidman, Harry Dickinson, and Antonio Banderas.
My man.
Is about a high-powered CEO who puts her career and family on the line when she begins a torrid affair with her much younger intern. So anyways, the movie opens with a sex scene.
Yes. And it's loud. I feel like the noises she was making were not like the sexiest either. It was like, like it was like kind of violent and weird.
Just close-ups of like Nicole Kidman riding Antonio Banderas.
I was not prepared for that.
And this elder gentleman's phone rings, and instead of walking out of the theater, he walks just to the side and takes the full phone.
He answers it. Whoever's on the other end listening is probably like, where are you, bro?
I want to know what went through that man's head that was like, I gotta stay in the theater while I take this call. And there's just like loud moans.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. It cracked me up. And then like a few minutes later, it was like at a serious moment or something. And then
wait, was it? No. It was the first like scene with Harry Dickinson, wasn't it?
Oh, was that what it was? And then
it was another sex scene.
And then it was like, hey, a single mom who works too hard. It was like,
I'm a survivor.
Everyone was trying not to laugh in the theater, but
it took me out. I had like tears.
I couldn't look at you.
It was a lot. And then the scene where, okay, spoiler alert.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna talk about all of Babygirl.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, watch it and catch up.
Yes. Or listen to us talk about it and be like, wow, they didn't spoil a lot because I was all over the place. But no, it was the scene where they established their like sub-dom relationship.
Oh, when they're in the hotel.
And Nicole Kidman like strips down and you see her bare butt.
Uh-huh.
And this older woman, did you hear her go, ooh, Nicole's booty?
That was hilarious. Yeah.
Great.
I love how she just exclaimed it, you know?
It was what we were all thinking.
The commentary was there and we loved it.
Yeah. Which, like, I don't mind an active, like, audience participation in most films.
I would say in most, yeah. And in this one, definitely Like, okay, I feel like this movie was like, I know it's like an erotic thriller or whatever, and some parts were thrilling, but it wasn't like, it's not like thriller in like a scary sense. It's more like a drama to me. You know what I mean? It's like a drama unfolding, and then like, yeah, it's a little erotic, and it's more suspense if I really had to define it.
Yeah, it's not like unfaithful at all. And it's not even like a fatal attraction or a basic instinct. Like there's nothing.
Antonio Banderas' life is not at stake.
Yeah.
You know, no one's life is at stake, really. It's more their career might be at stake or something, or their reputation.
Definitely.
Egos are at stake.
It's like Taylor Swift level erotic thriller. Meaning like Nicole Kidman's character as a CEO of a robotics company. Her job is on the line, but mainly because she self-sabotages. Like she's kind of wanting to get caught. That's her kink. Or maybe being a dog.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. But like, no, you're never like, oh, she's going to kill one of these men.
Yeah. It was more thrilling of like, oh, she's having an affair. When are they going to get caught? You know, when is Antonio Banderas going to put an end to this?
Yes. Because he is. And I loved when he put an end to this. By the way.
I did too.
Where to even begin?
Yeah, where do we begin?
Yeah. So the tagline for Babygirl is get exactly what you want. It came out on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it wasn't like this Christmas, get exactly what you want.
Yes. Which
we were going to see it on Christmas. Imagine if we had.
It got vetoed.
Yeah.
All the movies got vetoed.
It's okay. We saw it when we were meant to see it.
That's true. And I saw another erotic film on Boxing Day.
What was that?
Nosferatu.
That's erotic?
You know what? Yes.
How?
Lily Rose Depp. Okay, you think Nicole Kidman had a lot of like orgasm scenes or fake orgasm scenes? Lily Rose Depp turns it out in Nosferatu.
Is she doing it with like the weird creepy nosed man or no?
Like well, it's hot. You'd like it.
I don't know.
I think you'd like.
That's like some freak shit.
I think Nosferatu's right up your alley. It's honestly okay. Robert Eggers, I really respect him as a director and what he does, but none of his films have been my cup of tea. They're just like, I can respect them for what they are and him as a director with a vision, but they've never really, I don't know, like The Witch, that type of lore doesn't get me. Nosferatu checked all the boxes.
I mean, I do love vampires, a good vampire film. So
you love it.
Yeah. Is it like, for me, just on the outside, I'm like, is it like Dracula, like Bram Stoker's Dracula and The Lighthouse together?
Not The Lighthouse, but Bram Stoker's Dracula. You're right on the same.
Because that one's an erotic thriller, sort of.
Yeah, I would say you're like in the wheelhouse.
Huh. I'll check it out.
Yeah, is this the year for, or is like 2024, 2025 the year for the erotic film? Like, are we back? Is sex back in cinemas?
Possibly. We just talked about adult films.
I know.
Last week.
With Julianne Moore. That's adult films. These are not.
It's a little different.
Yeah. But they're still films for adults.
They are. Yeah.
But yeah, are we back, baby?
Yeah, this genre is kind of unexplored, I suppose.
Has our generation or has Gen Z turned around? Are we into sex again?
I don't know. Are we?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Nosferatu, Challengers.
Oh yeah,
Babygirl.
Challengers. I thought Babygirl was gonna have a Challengers moment, by the way. Like that scene where Antonio Banderas. I know this is skipping ahead, but like when he does break off their affair and they get into like a physical altercation, like him and the intern or throwing hands and they're wrestling on the floor and then they're doing this weird thing with their heads together. I'm like, oh my God, is this like a Challenger situation? Are they gonna kiss? And sadly, they don't.
I know, but dare I say, Harry Dickinson? I did not see Triangle of Sadness. I've not seen any of his work prior. I didn't see The Iron Claw. I didn't even know who he was. I kind of wanted to save it for seeing Babygirl because I came all this way, And I was like, who's this man that everyone's talking about? I get it. I get all the Harry Dickinson hype. He's my new Challengers boy. He's 2025's Challengers boys for me.
Yeah. At first, I didn't think I would like him. And I was like, he's like kind of this basic guy. But maybe that's kind of the point.
Really? I didn't think he was basic at all. I was like, I get it. I was with Nicole Kidman's character the whole way.
I want to be the Babygirl.
Even when he gave the dog the cookie. That was her biggest. So like the film, like, yeah, there's like an intern program. And Nicole Kidman's character, I forget the name.
Romy?
Romy?
Rami?
Romy.
She's a CEO.
Yeah. Girl boss.
She's girl bossing.
Yeah. So the moment that she falls for him, is it when he like is outside and the dog,
Like he calms the dog down.
yeah, by giving him a cookie?
That's what it seemed like. She just like they had that look, which I like to refer to as the lightning look. Because if you've seen The Godfather, maybe is it part 2 or part? I can't remember which part in The Godfather. It's either 1 or 2 where he falls in love in Italy, and they fall in love. It's like with a look, and it's like lightning struck. So it's like I don't know. It's like one of those kind of moments.
That's their like lightning moment.
Yeah,
It's when he gives the dog the cookie.
yeah. She's like, stop everything. Like her life was so dull until that moment.
Yes. That's like the big thing for her character. She's like sold.
Yeah,
When me too, to be honest.
That's when you were sold.
I mean, yeah, there's something about, I was reading about Harry Dickinson earlier today, and like one of the reasons why he was cast was because of his chemistry with Nicole Kidman.
Have you seen them answer those like tweets,
Yes.
the celebrity tweets or whatever? Like that, they have a lot of chemistry, I will say.
Yeah, they definitely do. Like there's something like about their dynamic, especially, you know, their characters in the film, where it's like, because like I did not like 50 Shades of Grey. That's like the least 20 film for me.
Yeah.
And the sliding doors situation at the end of 50 Shades just missed me on it.
Why did they have to? Oh, yeah. Like 50 Shades is like broken up into, it's like too much. They're trying to do too much in 50 Shades.
Babygirl is way better than 50 Shades.
Yes. That's my note as well. Like it's like 10 times better.
Definitely.
It's what I thought it was going to be.
Same. But then it's also like smart. And it's talking about power. It's not necessarily like about an affair. But I love affairs in films because it can tackle like an existential crisis, which is what Nicole Kidman's going through in Babygirl.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good way of like showing that, you know?
Yeah.
So, and I love that it's a woman. We usually see like in older films, it's like men going through these like
it's complicated.
Yeah.
We should see Alec Baldwin or whoever.
Yeah. Just getting to like be with, I don't know, whatever, and her son Pedro. Oh, that was another thought, Brie, I had today in yoga. Just a sidebar. I thought, what if that instructor from Latin America, the hot one?
Yeah.
What if she's pulling in a Hilaria Baldwin? Like, what if she like put on an accent? Like, what if her real name is like
Denise. I forgot that she did that. Yeah. I mean, hey, whatever gets people to come to your class. You know, whatever gets
butts
them
on those mats.
Yeah. I can't be mad at her. She's a businesswoman.
Definitely. Girl boss.
Girl boss.
Just like Nicole Kidman and Babygirl.
Exactly.
But what was I going to say? Oh, just the reason why Harry Dickinson apparently was cast was because of their chemistry, but also the dynamic between that. Well, also you needed someone taller than Nicole Kidman.
That's
She's
true.
5'10".
Yeah, she's also kind of tall. Yeah.
A tall lady who, in my perfect world, is the cap off for a
Is
yoga
that
attendant.
why her and Antonio Banderas didn't have the same chemistry? Because he's shorter than her.
Oh.
Did you see that? Or
yeah.
he looks like he is in the film anyway.
But okay, but her husband in real life, country star Keith Urban, is a short king himself.
Oh, that's true.
Nicole Kidman, maybe not this character in Babygirl, but Nicole Kidman likes a short king. Oh, Tom Cruise?
Oh, yeah, he's
maybe
short?
That's her real life kink. Yeah.
Huh. Short kings.
She maybe, I don't know, just really spitballing here. Oh, yeah. Did you know that apparently Keith Urban, that's his nickname for Nicole Kidman, Babygirl?
I did. I heard that. Yes.
And he has a tattoo on his neck.
I know. That's wild. That's part of the reason why she took the job. I heard, like, because she's like, oh, Babygirl, that's like gotta be my film. But you know,
I want to be Babygirl. But apparently, it's that dynamic the director wanted, like a interesting dynamic, because
it is interesting.
Because Harry Dickinson, he's not, or his character's not, like they're intellectually very much on par, and he's not saying anything that isn't true. So like, yes, he's stepping out of line,
Yes.
for an intern boss dynamic, but it's also like she wants that.
Yeah, she's
and
not
he knows
stopping it. Yeah, she just won't say it.
He's he's like on par intellectually with her.
Definitely.
And also I found it really interesting, like even though it's like a dom sub kind of relationship, he's also like always asking for her consent.
Yeah, I feel like this movie probably tackles consent, and I don't know if it's exactly BDSM because there's not really any. It's not like as extreme as like like with 50 Shades, they made it kind of
Very
seem like
much
it was going to
so.
be very like intense. And this movie isn't even really that intense or explicit. I mean, yeah, there's a couple scenes, but I would say like, what was my point? I just feel like it probably tackles that whole like the kink like subculture. Like I feel like that's probably more accurate because they do talk about consent. Like I don't think a lot of people are drawing up contracts.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's like
also there's like respect between these two characters. In 50 Shades, there's not really a lot of respect. Like it's I don't know.
Not that I want to talk about 50 Shades of Grey
I
any
know.
more than I have to. But in 50 Shades, like once they start their relationship, he goes to like Ace Hardware and like a serial killer
It's very creepy.
to grab items. Like we never see that with Harry Dickinson's character. We only see like, well, for one, there's no props. I'm tired of props.
Yeah. Amen.
Maybe that's just like me being really vanilla, but I'm like, I like this idea of like a kinky relationship. Like obviously Nicole Kidman's character likes puppy play.
Right.
She wants to be a little puppy
Yeah.
and drink milk and like stand in the corner and be told what to do and be kind of like just like a dom sub, but it's not
Which
crazy.
This is what's crazy to me though. It was hard to believe like Antonio Banderas is like not into that. I'm like, what?
Well, it was kind of odd though, because Nicole Kidman's character, so like the movie opens with the sex scene where she's like having sex with Antonio Banderas and like faking her orgasm, right?
Which you could tell. I don't know. Could you tell it was fake? Because I sensed, maybe not right away, like I didn't realize that's what was going on, but I was like, there's a sense of like discomfort. Like she doesn't seem like she's like having the best time. Like she's just performing almost. Like I had this feeling that like I couldn't put my finger on it because they don't really pan to Antonio right away. And then once they do, I was like, oh, that's her husband. So, but I didn't really think too much of it, but I'm like, huh.
What an actor that she is.
Yeah, it was like such a subtle like thing that you can tell the difference when she's with him versus Harry Dickinson's character.
Yeah, because then she goes to like her MacBook in the other room and like
immediately after they're
porn,
done having
and then
sex.
like actually, comes to. But also that was risky. I was like so bold. Did she close the door? Even?
I know, she like ran out the room as soon as they had sex. She's like, oh yeah, that was great, honey. All right, I'll be right back. And then she like runs. She's like, do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
And she doesn't put her headphones in.
No,
It's,
I was like,
so
how
loud.
does he not know? I know that they're like very wealthy and have a big house, but like
She went like down the hall.
the blatant disrespect for Antonio Banderas. But what was my point? Thoughts are like the wind.
Yeah. Is it just like when she was asking maybe for, she was like, cover my head with a pillow?
Oh, yes, that was it. She was like, cover my head with a pillow.
Yeah.
And Antonio Banderas was like, why? Because she never, okay.
She didn't really articulate it.
Yeah.
She could have maybe been like, well, let's just try something. I want, I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was very like random. She was like, don't see my face. Like just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Maybe if she talked, but it's not about that. It's about
She was
an
also in a
existential
cult,
crisis.
apparently.
Yeah.
Her character. That's another thing, this movie. It's like such an interesting little tidbit that they don't fully get into, but she's like doing some type of hypnotherapy, I think. And we see like these flashbacks where she like grew up in this like cult, and we're like, huh, she's unpacking that. She's got a lot going on that we probably don't see.
Definitely. What did you think about that? Because like, I don't know, it's either here nor there for me. Like I know psychologically that plays a part, but
Yeah, I'm like, it might. I thought it was
yeah.
interesting. I mean, I like when characters have like more going on, I guess. Like it added some depth, I thought, to just like who this person is. I mean, I don't know what it really says exactly, except she was like under a lot of control at some point. So maybe she That's why she likes these power dynamics or push pull. I don't know.
But then, yeah.
I'm like, there must be some psychology, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah, same. I mean, even without that whole tidbit about her being in a cult as a youth, like the idea of someone, especially a woman that's in such a power position and then at home is in such a power position and, you know, wanting to be dominated or to be told what to do or to feel like
she's probably
a baby
tired.
girl.
She's like, I'm telling people what to do all day.
Yeah. And maybe some of that, like, we see it with men on film all the time, like wanting that like spark or that, you know, like a real big standout scene to me, and it's in all the marketing. It's when she is at the bar with her colleagues.
Oh, yeah.
And Harry Dickinson's character is at the bar too, and like basically as a dare, delivers her a glass of milk, and it's like she's watching him from across the room, and she just like shots down the milk.
She does. She goes. They're like, "Why are you drinking?" She's like with people too, and they're like, "You don't have to drink that." She's like, "Yes, I do."
Just like stares him down, and I was like, "That's hot,
yeah,
slay." But also, it is that like push pull that guys are allowed to want even when they get older, but we don't see it with women a lot, and I think that's a good way to, not to like reduce it down to that, but women go through existential crises as well. And like, it doesn't always have to be First Wives Club. Like, I like that we get Babygirl now in like this woman of a certain age having an existential crisis.
It's
like,
interesting. Yeah. And I feel too like, and you know, maybe she didn't open up to her husband in the movie because maybe like, I feel like women have so much more shame around sex or like asking for what you want, possibly because it's like, I don't know, there's all this messaging you get, you know what I mean? And that's like, it's not like you're not allowed to be. It's just like there's, I don't know, I feel like when we think about like female sexuality, it's like very black and white and it's very unfair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's either like you're slutty or you're not, or it's like that's, I don't know, it's just like not as natural, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I don't know. I thought this movie was pretty hot.
I did too.
There were a couple scenes. Oh, yeah. I have written down, I have like really weird notes, but I have just roof written down, which I love. Okay. So when they begin their affair, Harry Dickinson's character, you know, is like, meet me here, meet me there, like texting. They're like texting all the time. And he texts her once roof when they're going through like a little bit of a spat. And because she does also like lap up milk and kind of like wants puppy play, I totally thought that was like woof.
Yeah, I thought he was saying roof. Like I was like, oh, is he the dog? Like, is he just making dog noises at her, or is he wanting her to like roof out loud? And is she gonna like start barking in front of this other like businessman or what? Like, because she's like meeting with like the head of like someone in their company or something, right?
Yeah.
And he's talking. He's like, whatever happened to that intern? But he was just saying, meet me on the roof.
On the roof.
Or the roof.
The roof.
Some people say rough.
You know, maybe that was it. But I was like, rough.
I know. I was like, I got excited. And I was like, oh. And I don't know if she thought he was going to kill himself. What I thought was really. Well, I don't know. It was kind of. She's like, are you okay? Like, or is she thinking, I don't know what she was.
I don't know. Well, because that push pull, it's like not to always be the men's rights activist. But it's funny because, was it Remy or Rami? Nicole Kidman's character.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Baby girl. What is it?
Just baby girl.
Yeah.
She is, I think she wants to self-sabotage or likes this idea of, at a certain point, she's so paranoid.
Yeah.
Which, like, relatable, because this is something I would do. But she, you know, keeps, like, once they're like, she's like, we can't do this anymore. This is too risky. You know, she keeps seeking him out, like at his place of work and getting kicked out and just trying to like pester him and being like, don't rat me out. Don't rat me out. And she's like pestering him about it. And he's like, I'm not ratting you out. But that's why that's why I was like confused, because obviously like he has the upper hand.
He does have the upper hand. Yeah.
And over her, but she like likes it so much that I was like, I don't know. that he would ever kill himself. I never thought that he was out of control in that way.
Oh, yeah. Well, then I don't know what the roof... I didn't think he was, but I thought she interpreted it that way because she seemed really concerned. She's like, what are you doing up here? Are you okay?
She has a little bit of Carrie Bradshaw syndrome. I feel like
she just show up
in the movie.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Maybe that's all it was. Just the Carrie Bradshaw syndrome.
Because I never thought, like, you know, back to 50 Shades, like Christian Grey is like a full-blown psycho.
Yeah.
And I never thought that once from Harry Dickinson's character. I was like,
Same.
He might have like a bad boy streak or something about him is maybe a little twisted.
Right.
But like, he seems like a nice guy and also like a smart, intelligent person. Like, if anything, Babygirl is acting a little more intense. And he's like, please stop.
Actually, yeah, there are a few times where he's like, please stop.
Like, calm down.
Yeah, get a hold of yourself, lady.
Yes. Like, she's really willing to risk it all. And like, that's actually a very human thing, though. Like, a very, like, I feel like a lot of females do the whole thing, like, even if they don't want to feel territorial, like, because there's like a younger, you know, person that wants to get promoted in, you know, the robotics agency or whatever. And Nicole Kidman's character, Babygirl, keeps putting her off, and then brings her to her office once she finds out that the worker and Harry Dickinson are like dating.
Oh yeah, and she's like, you can't date him anymore. Like, that's not gonna look good for the company. Meanwhile, she's seeing him in like hotels or wherever, the clubs or
the underground clubs.
But she's like, but she's really saying, step off my man is what she's saying. But it's so funny because it's like she wants her cake and eat it too. Like, she wants to have this affair and keep it separate from her home life and still have Antonio Banderas and the kids. But she doesn't want anyone else. Like, she even gets upset at him for like having a girlfriend. And he's like, but I guess it's because whatever they're doing is, I guess, a little different, or there's like a vulnerability, I guess, to their relationship that, I don't know. It's interesting. That part I thought was interesting, like the vulnerability of it all. Because like there's certain scenes where she's like, oh, I don't feel pretty. Or he's like, hold me. And then you're like, huh. Like, these people are working out some emotions in the process of all this.
Definitely. It's never like a relationship, though. That's why I think it's really funny, or not funny, but interesting when she's willing to basically threaten.
Yeah, I'm like, whoa, why is she so intense about this? Like, can't it just be an affair? But
that's the power dynamics, baby.
It might, you know what I think it is? It's because it's out of her control. I think she actually does want control, but she can't always have it, maybe.
When she does have really, even with like in the sex scenes, like she does have trouble giving in, even though she's like fully agreed and she's like, yeah, I want this. She does have like a lot of trouble like letting go of that control. Yeah. To just give into it. Like that first scene in in the hotel room when, you know, she's like, no, I don't want you, blah, blah, blah.
Why would you show up to the hotel, though?
But she keeps going on and on about it. And I thought it was really interesting because I don't think I've ever seen this in film. But basically, like, she does this whole thing where it's like, I don't think this is appropriate. Like, get away from me. Like, really, like, makes it seem like she doesn't want anything to do with him. Even though we know, and he knows that she does. Yeah. She's still, like, setting, like, these clear boundaries. And kind of, like, if he were to come on to her in that moment, even though she wants him to, that would be very creepy and bad. Yeah. You know? But then she, like, comes up to him and's, like, trying to, like, kiss him after she, like, makes this, like, scene. Yeah. And he's like, no, I don't want it like this. Right. Which I've never seen on film before. I thought that a dynamic was interesting because, like, he was like, no, this isn't like this can't be this isn't my kink. Yeah. This, like. He's like, we gotta consent. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It was very adult. Yeah, I feel like 50 Shades of Grey really pale. Like, I don't want to talk about it anymore, but I'm just like, as we talk about it.
I know, but it's just like, I feel like this was so much better.
Yeah.
Well, and so like so much sexier.
It's a sexy film for adults.
Yeah, I'm like, this makes sense to me.
Definitely. And like, I'm not super familiar. How are your feelings on like erotic thrillers and like,
I don't know
those types of films?
Well, to be honest, I don't know if I've seen any. I mean, other than Bram Stoker's Dracula, but
yeah, I've never.
Have you?
it's a blind spot. I've never seen, like, I've seen Unfaithful, but I've never seen like a Fatal Attraction. I've never seen Basic Instinct. I mean, I know about it. I've never seen like 9.5 weeks.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Want to see it so deeply. Well, that's a Nicole.
There's something called Unfaithful with Richard Gere.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's what I've seen Unfaithful.
You have seen Unfaithful.
Yeah. But I don't know if I've seen any other erotic thrillers.
Yeah. Cruel Intentions. Did we start to watch that and not finish it?
I've seen Cruel Intentions, but I don't know if we've seen it. I think we were going to.
We started to watch it,
we were going to do an episode of Cruel Intentions, which would have given the goods, but we decided to do an episode and watch Geely.
Oh yeah, that was that night. We were like, it was a coin toss. We were like, is it going to be Geely or Cruel Intentions? We should watch. Now I'm like, I don't know how it'll be compared to Babygirl, but
no, Cruel Intentions, from what I remember, is really good.
Huh.
But it's been a hot minute, especially like since we've gotten an erotic thriller of any sort, right? Like, is Unfaithful like the last before Babygirl, which I don't think is an erotic thriller, but
ooh, there's something from Jennifer Lopez, The Boy Next Door.
Oh my god!
Do you see what I'm saying?
Maybe I'm getting it confused with the Bye Bye Man. I think I'm getting it confused with the Bye Bye Man. Never mind.
Oh, okay. Miller's Girl, is that? Does that count?
What's that?
It's the one with Jenna Ortega and Martin Freeman, and he's like I think he's a professor.
What?
Or is he a high school teacher? I don't know. It seems twisted. But I don't know.
Oh, The Talented Mr. Ripley is on Rolling Stone's list of erotic thrillers.
Really?
I don't see it, but I've seen that. You've seen that. We've seen that. There's a movie called Cat People from 1982.
Oh, I want to see Cat People.
Have I seen no erotic thrillers besides Unfaithful?
Yeah, it's a total blind spot too for me.
Yeah. Oh, Bound?
I was about to say Bound.
That's an erotic thriller? Oh, but I guess what makes an erotic thriller? Because maybe I'm confused. Maybe I'm like, if it's not Fatal Attraction level, maybe I just don't think it's an erotic thriller.
I don't know. Yeah. Is it more erotic or more what even is a thriller? Are thrillers scary? You know?
This just proves, like, if you go to school for something, you know less about it than people that, like, don't go to school about things like this.
Well, are you telling me they didn't really cover the erotic thriller genre?
Not really, to be honest.
Huh.
But I mean like a little bit. Maybe that's why I'm like, I know Paul Verhoeven and I know the classics. I know the Fatal Attractions, I know the Basic Instincts.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't know. It's interesting. There's something that's 22 Signs you're watching one.
Wow. See, and maybe in my mind, I'm like, if Michael Douglas isn't in it, then maybe it's not an erotic thriller. I don't know.
That's the one way to tell. The one and only way.
Yeah. Okay. It's, according to Wikipedia, it's a film subgenre defined as a thriller with a thematic basis in illicit romance or sexual fantasy. So that means like anything can be an erotic thriller.
I know.
If you think about it. Is this podcast
Norbit?
Norbit?
There is some erotic moments in Norbit, and it's kind of a bit of a horror story for Norbit.
And it is an illicit romance and a sexual fantasy because Thandie Newton.
Yeah.
Norbit loves her.
Exactly. And they kind of have like a bit of like a
tryst.
Yeah.
Oh my God. No, more explicit than that. Rasputia is with the
dance instructor. That's what I'm saying. That's where the eroticism comes from.
Norbit's an erotic thriller. I'm seeing an erotic thriller now. I've seen Norbit. Case closed.
Case closed.
Dang. And now I have...
Next time someone asks your favorite erotic thriller, it's not Babygirl.
Norbit, Babygirl.
Oh.
What's the other one that I've seen? But anyways, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, you know what I thought was hilarious about Babygirl? That their safe word, remember, there's a certain point where he's like, hey, I think we need to have a safe word. I think that's the part where I was like, okay, this guy's coming up with the ideas.
He's way more like logical than her.
Yeah, he's like looking at it a little more like, okay, yeah, we got to establish some things. We need to know about, like, let's be adults. We can't just be flinging around. And anyway, he's like, what's going to be the safe word? And she goes, actually, I forgot what his name was. Is it Trevor? Or
Antonio Banderas' name.
Jacob or something like that. Yeah, whatever. Trevor? Yeah. Her husband's name is the safe word, which I thought was hilarious. It's like, wow, the nerve. Can you imagine?
What a buzzkill.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the point, maybe.
Yeah.
Kill the buzz.
Just nuke it from orbit.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting? So, Halina Reijn, who directed Babygirl, she said, kind of on the tip of erotic thrillers, she says, Paul Verhoeven always told me I could only make a movie if I had a specific question. For this story, I wondered, are we animals or are we civilized? Can we make peace with the animal inside of us? Is it possible for the different parts of ourselves to coexist and in turn for us to love our whole selves without shame?
So maybe that's why she used the dog the way she did.
Probably.
Because I thought that was interesting. Like the dog, there's like a scene where she's like fantasizing about, what's his name again?
Harris Dickinson?
Harris Dickinson. Yeah. But she's like thinking about him, but like the dog all of a sudden is like drinking the milk. And, I thought that was interesting, like symbolism.
It's like she's the animal.
Yeah. Like, all right. I get it. I see what you're doing, Halina.
Totally. And then I guess it is Rami is Nicole Kidman's character. But Reijn also said she cast Antonio Banderas as Rami's husband was because she felt it was incredibly important that it was someone very, very attractive and very masculine. So it would not be about that at all. It's about her existential crisis.
Yeah. That's the part that I thought was really interesting. Like at the beginning, I was like, I was like, I wonder how this is going to play out, because to me, Antonio Banderas, I'm like, he could be a dominant man. Come on, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. You're mean to tell me he can't? I don't.
Because
that's
man.
My. I think that's just my fantasy. My fantasy is like this in reverse. But it's okay. I mean, there was something charming about Harry. Yeah.
No, I'm like, I have a new 2025 crush.
Yeah. I mean, same. I may or may not have had an erotic dream about it.
Oh my goodness. Is it?
I don't know.
Roof.
I know, right? I was like, this man is so basic. I don't understand what the big deal is.
It's because of your shame.
It's the shame I'm hiding.
Bree,
I'm coming
it's
clear.
your own baby girl.
I know.
No, I don't know. I'm very attracted to this man.
Yeah.
I also like it because he's not super masculine. Like, he's masculine in all the right ways.
I thought that was interesting too, because I'm like, well, he's not like the most like macho or whatever, but maybe that's okay.
Yeah. And he's cold.
Yeah.
He can be cold, but he's never like sinister.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I've met quote unquote nice guys or like warm guys or charming guys that are more sinister than this character.
Yeah. There's nothing really sinister about him, which is interesting. Like, he does seem very pure in all of this in a way. Like, he doesn't want anyone to get hurt, you know? And he's kind of there for her emotionally, at least in the moments of their tryst. He's not like, I don't know. There's like I said, like, I feel like these two have like a level of respect for each other. It just gets complicated as like the more they see each other, because she does have like a family or whatever. And then obviously he's a young man and he's, got a life too. So
yeah,
And
then I do think what's really hot, because I did do some research on him, now that I've made him my man of 2025.
Yeah. I'm like, no, he's my man. You can't have him.
It is kind of unfair because last year with Challengers, I'm like, I want them both and Zendaya, but this time it's just him.
Yeah, and I'm like, I want him and Antonio Banderas.
This is your challenge.
Yes, it is.
I love it. Yeah, but he's been in a long-term relationship since high school, and he has a little house, and he lives below his means, and he doesn't have a huge entourage. And
How come
He's our age. And
Ooh. About to risk everything for him, I can see.
I'm ready. Roof. Can we talk? Well, what are the standout scenes? What is the standout scene? It's a leading question because I know what it is for me.
Really? Well, the one where they're scrapping, Antonio Banderas and him are scrapping, is definitely a standout scene, I feel.
For you personally?
For me personally, because I thought they were going to kiss and they didn't. That's where my challenger's fantasy comes in. I'm like Zendaya. I like lean back. I'm like, yeah.
I love that.
But that didn't happen. I feel like that, because that's like when everything escalates, and it's interesting that they like, well, it's interesting for one that they're even in the same room together.
I thought that was a dream so after Antonio Banderas' character finds out about the affair. And he's sobbing. Like, yeah.
It's kind of, I mean, it's a little funny to see him sob to me. Yes. Like, because I'm just like, wow. Like, he's not like, he is angry. He does yell like once, but the most, I don't know. I'm like, oh.
But he's Puss in Boots, so we know that. I love how I've only seen Antonio Banderas in like Spy Kids and like Shrek. And I'm like, I love him. But I don't know why.
You felt like it was a dream?
Yeah, I felt like it was a dream. I felt like because she gets summoned to the like the pool house, very Richard and Gilmore Girls. So she has to live at the pool house.
Oh yeah.
And in the pool, pops Harry Dickinson's character.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And I thought that was a dream.
Yeah, I was like, is this real? And then it was.
Yeah. Which, bravo, I'm glad. I want a movie that's like,
that was a sexy pool scene.
Yes. Super sexy.
What's gross though? There was like a skunk in that pool though. I hope they sanitized it. Well,
you know what's interesting? So Antonio Banderas' character and Nicole Kidman's character, they have 2 daughters. One of them played by Ewan McGregor's daughter.
Oh,
I think the mullet girl.
The curly hair. That's what I was thinking. I was like, she looks familiar.
But she's a cheater too.
Yeah, she is. I know. I thought that was interesting. They had this like little like side story of sorts. There's like mother like daughter situation playing out where it's like that girl's also a player, and I guess like her girlfriend's upset at her because she's cheating or something. And I'm like, huh. How?
But she forgave her.
But yeah. And I was like, huh. Yeah. What is the point of this movie? Forgiveness.
Yeah. I don't know. Just
know how to please your wife. Figure it out, buddy.
Figure it out. Be communicative.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder, like, I don't know. People go through phases. I guess if you're with someone for a really long time, maybe you just, I don't know.
He was busy too. Yeah. Whatever job he had.
Director.
And he was on his phone a lot, you know, like maybe they just weren't connecting, you know?
Yeah.
C'est la vie.
Yeah. And also it's a film, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm pro cheating in films.
Not
in real life, but like
in a film it can explore whatever. That's the beauty of films.
Yeah. I mean, and also like maybe this will give like cheaters some justice. I don't know. I just think like unless this is my Carrie Bradshaw logic that's like gonna get, or Samantha Jones logic that gets me in trouble. But if you haven't said I love you, it's okay.
Okay. Yeah, but if you're married for like so many years, you've had to say,
yeah, that's not okay. But like, you know, for the daughter.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. People make mistakes. I've said this many times before. Like, also some people, sometimes they cheat to get out of things. It doesn't mean it's right.
Right. Maybe.
But
maybe
like,
she felt repressed in the marriage. We don't know. We only see the snippet. Yeah.
Maybe she does want an out in like a super like twisted self-sabotagey way because, you know, Harry Dickinson's character is not threatening to like tell her higher ups. It's all in her head.
Oh, yeah. Well, I thought he did like once.
Maybe once. But she like is like freaked out by it and like keeps bringing it up.
Yeah.
And keep showing up to his way. I don't know. She like kind of
she escalates it for sure.
And then, you know, I think he even brings up like, I think you actually want to get caught.
You want to get caught. Yeah, that part was really interesting. I was like, oh, he might be onto something.
Yeah, and then I wonder maybe that's like why Babygirl cheats or Rami cheats.
Yeah, because she wants to self-sabotage.
She wants out. It's the easy way out.
That's true.
Instead of telling Antonio Banderas,
what?
Treat me like a puppy.
Yeah, I'm like, come on. Yeah, honestly, a lot of this could have been avoided if she was just like, unless he can't do that for her, then I don't know. I don't know what happens.
That's where communication breakdown. You can't one day randomly be like, smother me with this pillow, cover my face, put a bag over my head.
She's been acting strange lately. I'm concerned. He's like concerned about her. He's like, are you doing okay? She's like, just smother me with the pillow.
Yeah, like she is kind of going cuckoo bananas, but I love watching it.
It is
every
fun.
second.
No, it's definitely, this movie's very entertaining, I will say. Like, and I definitely see it again. Yeah.
No, best time in the movies I've had in a while. I love Babygirl.
Yeah.
Also, I'd be remiss. I know this sounds like we're wrapping it up, and I think that's fair and cool since we've almost talked for an hour. However, we've missed a very crucial scene for me.
What scene?
Harry Dickinson dancing to father figure.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's the scene of the film.
How could I forget? I love that scene. Made me cackle like in the theater. Cute. I'm like, am I supposed to laugh? Am I supposed like just because it was like so out of left field? Like I just like one moment it was kind of serious, and then yeah, he's just dancing around, and they're like in their like loungewear and vibing.
Loved it. I mean, that's what I found so sexy about it. Was that he wasn't super serious.
Yeah, actually, no. I was like, oh, this is a fun time. I get it. I get why she's like in this situation.
Damn. And also, it's that moment in a film where talking about dynamic shifting, because this whole film leading up to that point, he's just like the intern boy she's having an affair with. Mm-hmm. And, you know, asking her to drink milk. And Nicole Kidman's the star of the show with her like little tendrils falling down and her blue. She wears so much blue. Babygirl does a lot for the color baby blue.
Yes.
But the moment father figure, that needle drop, and Harry Dickinson's dancing with his real life tattoos.
Oh, those are, I was wondering about that. I'm like, are those like prop, you know, like fake tattoos?
All him. And that's the moment where I was like, this is my new sexuality. Like, bring it on. But also, he's a star.
Yeah.
Like, he is the moment.
He is the moment. No, that sold it for me, honestly. That like really put the cap on for me. I'm like, okay, yes, you can be my father. Yes,
Harry Dickinson can be my father figure. Also, bangers in this movie. Father figure, this song and Babygirl are now synonymous. Rightfully so. Underrated jam. But Dancing on My Own plays in like one scene. Like there's so many cool little needle drops throughout the film.
I like the soundtrack, yeah.
Where I'm like, what is her name? Halina Reijn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good taste.
Definitely. I know, like, what else was on that soundtrack?
I was just listening to, because Spotify has, like, an official Babygirl.
Oh, Never Tear Us Apart. That was another one I really enjoyed.
Oh, my gosh. I agree. But, yeah, Babygirl in its needle drops. Whew.
It was perfect. I also like the cinematography of the movie, just in general. Like, I liked how it was shot.
Stunning.
Yeah.
How do you feel that it got a couple of Golden Globe nominations but snubbed by the Oscars?
I don't know. Maybe the people aren't ready. I know like the audience score wasn't as high as the critic score, which I thought was interesting. But then with the Oscars, that is more like the critics, isn't it? So
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I've seen like subreddits. Because, you know, I thought Googling Babygirl that everyone would think like me and be like,
same.
This is the best film ever.
And they have it. Yeah, it's not
the hottest, the best, like all of everything. But a lot of people on Reddit really hate this film.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
You saw that too?
I read a few forums too, because it's like mixed reviews and some people really just don't get it or they don't like it. And I'm like, and then someone is like, you guys had 50 Shades of Grey. Let us have this. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, let us have this.
I don't know. I mean, I love Nicole Kidman. I love that she takes chances and like she plays such an interesting character in this film. Like I don't know. She's just doing the work and I'm just like, yeah, I thought she would be nominated for an Oscar, but
yeah. I don't know.
Because the world's not ready for Babygirl right now.
Maybe not. They're not ready, but it's what we need. I mean, awards, schmawards, you know, like I think I'm going to feel a little differently next week talking about The Last Showgirl.
Yeah.
Because that is something like special. No offense to Babygirl, not to disparage the film at all, because I like gobbled it up.
It was like a romp though.
Yeah. Like it's a good time. It's hot, it's sexy, it's fun. It doesn't need the awards. Like it doesn't need to be nominated for anything. Like
no.
It does its job. It's not like an Oscar winning film or, you know, and Nicole Kidman too. She gets nominated for, like, she's like Meryl Streep at this point where she'll get nominated for things where I'm kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you.
Not The Hours though. Not Moulin Rouge. So I don't know about the Oscars conversation. It's not like, it's a very smart, like I love that Nicole Kidman just goes for things.
Yeah.
Like she's been in so many movies in 2024 alone. Like I just love that in every interview, every time anyone talks about her, they're like, she's 100% in.
Yeah. She reminds me, like we talked about Julianne Moore last week. I feel like she's another actor like that where she's like loves the craft of it so much and it shows.
Totally. And that's like the most important thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Nicole Kidman performance?
Oh man, that's tough. 'Cause
off the top of your head,
I guess Moulin Rouge, maybe. Saltine.
I love Saltine.
Yeah, that or maybe The Others. That's what pops into my head. What about you?
Oh my God, I haven't seen The Others in forever.
It's been so long, but I remember thinking, "Wow, standing O for that lady."
For real. No, that's on the Criterion in the Criterion collection too.
Oh wow.
I'm like always tempted.
The Hours, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I say? I love The Hours.
She's so good in The Hours.
She's not my favorite in The Hours though. Julianne Moore is. I love Moulin Rouge as well. I love anything Nicole Kidman's in. I even love her in Stepford Wives. I don't care. I love Practical Magic.
Oh yeah, true. She's in Practical Magic. Yeah.
What else? Why am I like drawing blank?
I know. Same.
When it comes to Nicole Kidman, there's some of her other works that I really want to see. Like we're hopefully still going to do, like a Julianne Moore deep dive on Nikki Kids.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We need to. Like, I feel like she's another one where I just really want to dive deep.
I really want to see To Die For. I want to see like all the films, you know, like in her Criterion collection right now. But I feel like Nicole Kidman's one of those people, like throughout my whole entire life, she's just been putting, even before my entire life, like she's been working longer than we've both been alive.
Right.
But that seems like a weird flex, but okay. But
oh no, she's
I mean it's true. But it's so funny because I'm like, Nicole Kidman slay, you know, boots down. And then I'm like looking at these films and I'm like, the ones I've seen, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, she's the best part. Like, I'm like, The Golden Compass. I'm like,
yeah, I know. I saw that too. I'm like, did I even see The Golden Compass? Or
I saw The Golden Compass, but I don't know if I like remember it.
Yeah. I know. I'm like, I swear she was in more like big titles. But
She has too. I mean, I love The Hours.
Big Little Lies.
Okay, maybe
that's what it is.
That's what it is. Celine. That's why I'm thinking Celine. It's because I've seen Big Little Lies in its entirety like 3 or 4 times at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe Big Little Lies.
She slays.
She really does. That's my favorite Nicole Kidman. That, Moulin Rouge, The Hours.
Hands down.
Or my childhood fave, The Others.
The Others.
Which I haven't seen, but I'll stand by that wholeheartedly.
Same.
I could have sworn. She's great in Practical Magic.
Yeah.
But that's a Sandy B show.
I know.
That's where the magic happens. We didn't talk about that, about our theater going experience. We got the pleasure of seeing this matinee at a discount at AMC.
AMC. Okay, yes.
We thought, because they had the other like introduction commercial at first, and we were like, okay, we get it.
Yeah.
You don't want to.
It was some man just being like, don't forget to turn off your cell phones.
Welcome to AMC. It's really special in here.
Yeah, and we're like, aw.
Yeah. And then
The
we
lights
come to this place for magic.
Yes.
And then we got to watch Babygirl.
I know. I could tell we were holding back from like standing up and doing the standing O, like that one time when we saw.
We saw Oppenheimer, and everyone just was like, wow.
Yeah, we all stood up and clapped after the Nicole Kidman did her AMC intro.
I love it. Which, did you see? Okay, so it's been floating around the internet. Nicole Kidman Getty Images. So yeah, like just random deep cut like Getty Images of Nicole Kidman have been like really popular on the internet. So in one appearance to promote Babygirl, Nicole Kidman, in all the woman that she is wearing a suit, a pinstripe suit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe
is it the suit?
I don't think it's the suit.
Oh, okay.
Because right now on the Real, the suit is available to buy.
No.
For like $1,000, but
oh,
it's there to buy.
It's just like the same kind of suit though. It's not the same one she wore.
No, because that one has like a interesting like little sheen, like
a shimmer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this looks close.
Very close. Very reminiscent.
Yes.
Like she came to this place for magic, and then underneath it is a white shirt with like
it's a glass of milk
and a glass of milk. Oh,
oh my
good.
God. Where do you buy those shirts?
I need that Babygirl shirt.
I want this whole outfit.
Agreed.
I love that she wears suits and ties.
I do too.
I don't know. I think it's cool.
She said, "What's your favorite Nicole Kidman look?"
Mine?
Yeah.
If I had to choose from these Getty Images, I do love when she wears silver. I'm like, is this the Batman Forever premiere? I don't know if that's my favorite though, but I do really like that one where she's like in the sparkly silver dress.
Mine has to be the Eyes Wide Shut premiere.
Eyes Wide Shut. What is she wearing for that?
She just has like this crimson shirt and like skirt set. And
I love the like decoration on her arm. Like it's like wire wrapped crystals.
Yes.
On her arm. That's hot.
There's just also some Getty Images that like for forever have been floating around the internet, and they're like now iconic Nicole images, like the eve of Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban's wedding in June 2006. It's like her in a car.
Oh yeah, where she's got just it's like a sweater vest situation.
When she's at Cannes in 2003 and she's like smoking a cigarette inside. And they're like, "Come on, Nicole." And it's actually a moment I've been wanting to talk about forever, but one day we'll do that filmography.
Yeah.
The more on Julianne, more about Nicole, and I'll get to express my love and share that with you.
I would love that.
Like Antonio Banderas shares his love with Nicole Kidman.
I thought you were going to say shares with me. And I was going to say, no, he doesn't. I would. I feel like she has a lot of great looks that are, that like there's more out there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like this list should be longer.
I believe that it is. Like, I've seen so many posts about the Getty Images, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm into it.
Like, is this Getty? I don't know. I love when she looks like an Oscar, though. I think she's at the 2000 Oscars with Tom Cruise. She's wearing all gold.
Oh, is
that
the gold, like yellowy gold?
Yeah, the John Galliano. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's
in
working
her
that.
Galliano gown.
Yeah. She looks gorgeous. She has so many red carpet moments, I feel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I started conversation. I feel like I can't talk about it until we like fully get into her or something.
Put a pin in it.
Yeah, I gotta put a pin in it. Pinstripe in it, maybe.
Yeah, a little pinstripe.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on Babygirl?
I feel like I'm really glad that we saw it, you know, and we saw it when we did with a theater of people. Like, that was fun.
We came to that place for magic, and so did everyone else, especially the person with the Reba ringtone.
Yes. I'm wondering if that was like that like sassy older woman that came in by herself. She was like, I'm treating myself today. Did you notice that?
Yes.
And then when the younger gals were just like gabbing and she got annoyed, she like walked all the way to the other side of the theater so that she could like be fully into this movie. I thought that was hilarious. I'm like, yeah, slay, work, respect. Yeah.
Yeah, we really did all come to that place.
Yeah.
For magic. It was a beautiful sight.
We were not disappointed. I'm really glad this. I mean, I feel like this was a good movie.
I loved it. I'm
Yeah.
glad this film exists.
Same. It's something spicy, you know. It switches it up.
Oh yeah,
It's a fun romp.
it's fun. It's interesting. It's smart.
It's Nicole Kidman.
It's Nicole Kidman. It's Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
It's Harry Dickinson.
Harry Dickinson.
my new man, 2025.
Yeah. Get with it,
Yeah.
you know.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Babygirl's the challengers of 2025.
Apparently, yeah.
My review.
Period. Ooh, this makes me want to like letterbox now.
Kind of letterbox.
I haven't felt this passionate about like letterboxing a movie.
You gotta get on Letterboxd, Brie. It's the only social media worth having.
Really?
100%.
Yeah.
So, I guess we'll make our Letterboxd right now.
Yeah.
Follow me on Letterboxd.
Follow me. I don't know why
You
I'm
got
like.
it. We'll follow each other on Letterboxd.
Yeah. I think we are.
We are actually.
I think we are. Yeah.
We'll be like those NYU girls that we spent hours
Oh,
of
those
our
girls.
life with.
Yeah. We'll like get in line places and be like, "What's your letterbox?"
What's your Letterboxd? Which was great until
Until we heard their letterbox thing.
yeah, until they had incorrect opinions. And
That's. Oh, imagine like talking to a stranger about your letterbox and then correcting and be like, "Oh no! I think you need to move your number 4, put it in number 1, and then get rid of all the others, and I'll tell you what to add."
Rethink your life. I get on my high horse. I'm like, okay, 17-year-old. My frontal lobe's developed now.
First off, you got to put Babygirl up there.
Yeah, Babygirl. Lost in Translation is not the worst Sofia Coppola film.
Definitely not.
You have to say something other than Rear Window, even though it's great.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're only doing that for clout.
Right.
I want to watch you watch it. Watch Alfred Hitchcock. I want to see it with my eyes.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you put the birds, that's for the birds, you know?
Yes.
Just
Also,
saying.
like, it's so interesting, though. Like, we've already talked about this, but the 17-year-olds that have, like, really strong opinions about, like, Bill Murray being a creep, which are valid. But then they're like, Alfred Hitchcock is my dude. And I'm like,
not Alfred. They just, do they not know?
I'm like, he tormented.
He's the worst. He's like, he pulled a Steven Kubrick. Or Steven Kubrick maybe took notes.
Stanley Kubrick.
Stanley. Did I say Steven?
Yeah.
Steven. I can't even say his name. I'm too traumatized.
Yes.
No,
full
Stanley.
Kubrick. Which last film he directed before he died, Eyes Wide Shut, Nikki Kids.
We always
Full
find a way to
circle.
bring it back.
Oh, well, I guess we'll sign off.
Yeah.
I'll watch you watch the birds.
The birds. You were wrong for this, Stephen Kubrick. You were wrong.
Well,
Thank you. Oh, I feel like this is a random way to end, but
very random. Just play us out with Father Figure.
yes, you're so right. We'll do that. Irish goodbye.
I will be your father figure. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.